Good morning. Welcome to Community Voice. I'm your host, Steve Parris. I want to thank everybody for joining us this morning. Good morning, DJ. Good morning. Good morning, Jermaine. Good morning, Debo. And we're expecting Craig to join us in a few minutes. Let me do this. Let me do a quick cleanup. I don't know if Boogie's listening, but let me hold on. I got it right here. We were talking about a movie on HBO, and I said it was Target. Actually, the name of the movie is Trap. So I apologize for that. Started with a T, but it really is a good movie. So if you get a chance, it's Trap, not Target, on HBO. I think that's the only other cleanup I got other than what I sent. And yep, I think that's it. What's happening, man?
Nothing. Just Friday.
Yeah.
TGIF.
It is Friday, and it is cold.
No, it ain't.
Man, it's cold. Man, we go from 80 to 30.
It's cold.
It's cold.
It is not cold.
What's wrong with you, DJ?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong
You
with
treat
me.
me like Carvey over there, man. My mic ain't on.
It's on, brother. It's just low.
Well, you got me
You want to be
low.
loud?
Yeah. Can't hear me, man.
Well, speak up, sexy Leroy.
He all frozen. He need to thaw out. That's why he can't talk.
Sexy chocolate over here in the corner.
Sexy chocolate.
Sexy Leroy talking all
Sexy chocolate,
Yeah,
you know.
and it's too early to be Leroy.
Let's do something in tribute to Big Sexy, who's no longer with us. That's what I used to call Keon when he come in with his shirt buttoned down, unbuttoned to his navel. So here come Big Sexy.
The 3 buttons.
Yeah, 3 buttons. He got it all down, all kind of hair, chest showing, looking like something from the disco era. He just needed some chains
With a hat.
with a hat.
One more broke down hats he gave Carvey.
Yeah. So anyway, hey, phone lines are open 414-444-5250, 414-444-5250, free flow Friday.
Oh, jeez.
Too many
I would have bought some. We did. What did we do last night? We did Italian hot beef sandwiches last night. We made homemade, and I went to Glorioso's to get the Italian beef. Dude, yeah. And so I used this Kobe
Over on Brady?
Yep. I used
You
this.
got real authentic on them, huh?
Yeah, man. I go over and get my meatballs too from there, man. Those meatballs are slamming, man.
You got real
But
authentic.
yeah, the Italian beef comes with au jus. So if you want to, some people like those sandwiches wet, dip them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So I had everything: the peppers, the relish.
Man, speaking of a sandwich like that, I used to go to Chicago. They don't call it. I don't know if I should say it on the radio. What was it, Jewtown?
Yeah, they don't call it that no
I
more.
don't call it that anymore. That's
Okay.
not politically correct.
Okay. Well, I don't know what it's called now because I haven't been there in years. But I used to go there so I can get my Italian beefs and my hot dogs and Polishes and all of the other stuff. Man, I used to drive all the way to Chicago just for that, man.
So I'll do it, and then I'm gonna respond. So there was a Kobe cheese that I was trying to get, provolone cheese. And I could not pronounce the name of this. This dude is walking me through it. I'm butchering it, man. So by next time I go over there. But my mother used to sell hats. And so we used to go down to Chicago to the Jobbers.
Okay.
And that's when I first found out about Italian beef.
Yeah.
And the place that used to have the best here was Judy's Red Hots over on 27th.
Yeah, 27th Street.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Many a late night, I'd have run up in there, man.
Yeah.
And ooh.
Yeah.
Man, you didn't go to Steve and Chris?
I've never heard of it.
Where's Stephen Chris?
They used to be on Fond du Lac right there. Before you got to Sears. They had the best hot wings, man.
No, Crumpy's had the best wings.
No.
Crumpy's had the best wings, man.
If you
Crumpy's.
Existential debate.
if you haven't had Steve and Chris, then you can't speak to that, Jermaine.
Well, have you had Crumpy's?
Of course.
Man, stop.
I've had neither of them.
Yeah.
Man, Crumpy's was incredible.
Was this the 90s, the 80s?
It was the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah.
But they was on Fun to Like.
I wasn't even
It was
doing
owned by
chicken
Joe's
wings.
Auto.
I wasn't even doing chicken wings in the 90s.
Really?
No, I didn't start doing chicken, like how we do chicken wings. I didn't start doing chicken wings, man. Maybe the early 2000s.
Man, Crumpy's had this seasoning, man. You'd be addicted to it. I don't know what it was.
Did you do the celery stick with it?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But it was a celery stick, and yeah, Doc, it got me thinking about it right now.
Where's Crumpy's at
The
now?
Crumpies is no longer with us. They passed away.
And Steve gone too.
Yeah.
All right, man. Just in case y'all want to,
Reminisce.
reminisce about good wings. I wasn't doing wings. That's
And the
the
reason-
about it. I
Keith-
wasn't
Keith-
doing wings.
Keith, the reason I said it because Steve and Chris was the first establishment that I know of that didn't flour the wing.
Okay.
So I mean, so they like naked frying these wings, man, and they sauce was the hot sauce. You could get the extreme hot, but they were the first ones that I know of that was not flouring the chicken wing for hot wings.
Yeah.
Everybody else was flouring them and they'd be soggy and all of that. So that's what made him pop like that because.
Yeah, Crumpies did that too.
Well, Point East, that's what they do with their wings.
Point East, yeah.
They don't use flour, but they fry them.
Yeah.
Yeah, those bad boys are good too. We gotta get back over there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Who been over there?
Who-
You and Craig, did y'all take DJ this time?
No, it was me, DJ, Ray Mendoza,
Yeah.
and Keon.
Oh, Ray went, huh?
Saturday.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, we went when we hung out. We went to Elsa's.
Right.
They were still selling wings when me and Craig and George.
So
and,
Elsa stopped selling
Yeah.
wings now?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Doc is over. They don't
It's
sell
over.
wings. And no. It's over.
And they always been overrated to me anyway.
Well,
they were.
So
I
why
don't
did
know
they stop
what
selling
people
wings?
saw.
At first, they was
and,
good, man.
But why did they stop selling wings, fellas? Is because
Yeah,
they
we
said
ain't
it
gonna
was
get
bringing the
into
wrong element?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
but,
what people are assuming.
But speaking of wings, and I know that you want to move on, but I gotta say this, man. I've had some of the best wings from this place called Doc's downtown. Wells, Doc's Smokehouse.
Yeah,
Smokehouse?
Smokehouse. Yeah,
Oh my God! If
Yeah.
you want some wings, that's fire.
that's a barbecue place.
Yes.
They got some
Man,
good sides too.
Oh yeah, great size.
Yeah.
But they actually fry their wings and then they grill them, or they grill them first and then
They
fry
fry
them.
it,
Either way,
yeah.
yeah. But it's unbelievable. Like you can eat it without the sauce. Like I'm talking about down to the bone, like seasoning in the bone, Jack.
You know what? And I'm not disappointed that when they reopen and rebrand Elsa's, they won't be doing wings.
Yeah.
I thought their wings they were overrated, and
The whole establishment is overrated.
No, see,
Well,
y'all,
back in their era, they
y'all
were-
actually
yeah.
catching it on the back end,
Right.
but it
Right.
was really an
What's the-
upscale, nice place
What's
that
the
you would go
back
to have
end?
dinner.
Because
Well-
I've been going there for a minute and I was
Yeah.
never impressed.
Well, you
when you
started
say
going
you're
there
not
the way it was
impressed,
going down.
what weren't you impressed with the food? You weren't impressed with the atmosphere? What weren't you
Both.
impressed with?
Yeah, see what
The
I'm saying?
food and the atmosphere.
So
I
he
mean
actually caught it on the back
the
end.
menu. I mean,
Because
the
they
menu-
got a flatbread.
the
Yeah,
menu
it's
ain't
awesome.
nothing but-
It's unbelievable,
Yeah.
man. I mean, I wasn't there for the wings. The burgers are good.
Yeah,
I
burgers are
mean,
good.
it was, but the wings brought in folks, and
I think the burger is the only thing that I would get.
yeah, well, that's what they were known for originally. They were
Yeah,
doing burgers
sure
because
was.
they own Cops. It's the same people.
Sure do.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it was. And man, I've been going with them I was there never for the wings. You know, I had people, they come in from out of town. Oh, we got to go down there. I said, there's some better wings. Trust me. There's some better wings than what you get down there because what you're really paying for is the atmosphere.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the other thing was you had certain people who went down there and they weren't buying drinks. You know, and people said, why went? Well, because it was a bar that sold food.
Yeah.
It wasn't a restaurant. When you look at the tables, it is like a
Yeah,
cocktail,
it's like
you know,
cocktail.
like it's not designed for you to sit there and really have a full course meal. It was
Yeah.
just the munchies going along with your drinking.
Yeah.
And then people found out about the chicken wings. And so I stopped telling people where I go
Yeah. Me too, man.
because
No,
I'm serious,
me
man.
too, man. Because
I
I don't
stopped
want.
telling
I don't
people where
want
I
them
go,
to
man,
ruin it,
'cause-
man.
No,
Man,
man.
y'all
no,
sound crazy,
No,
man.
but listen, man, I'm gonna tell you-
seriously.
That's like you wearing a certain type of cologne.
Yeah,
That's right.
I ain't telling you.
I ain't telling you.
That's so
Figure it
weak.
out
I ain't telling
yourself,
you.
That's so
man.
weak.
I don't want
If you
nobody
don't know
smelling
it's Paul
like me, man.
Sebastian, that's on you.
Hey, man, I
If
don't
you
want you
didn't
smell
know.
like me.
That's
Jack.
so weak.
You smell like yourself.
Right. And the crazy, I'm talking about Paul Sebastian.
Where you get that jacket? Where you get that hoodie? Where you get
Hey,
that?
dude, like
tell
what
him.
size?
No.
What size
Hey,
is that
hey,
coat?
they
My
didn't make
size?
only one.
No.
They made more than
My
one.
size.
Find it, Jack. Only one. Find it.
Only one size. They only made one coat. How would you feel? You got a whole fit, and people show up, and the dude got on the same fit you got on. You gonna be feeling all kind of ways.
No, I just say great minds think alike.
No, but you know what? Actually, speaking on that, I do got to say this. I do got to admit, management, the cat upstairs, Alex, came in with this coat that I saw, and it was crazy. I'm just like, bro, where you get the coat from?
Right.
So he told me. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to get me one. But I went to the store and saw that same exact coat and didn't buy it. Because I'm gonna tell you why. I didn't want to walk in here with the coat and he had it on, even though he did tell me where he got it from, and I wanted it, but I was just like,
well, we don't expect you to wear it.
How many other coats did they make?
A whole bunch. But I didn't want to look like
fellas.
But I didn't want to look like
fellas. We're guilty of this too. Now, keep in mind.
Forget you and the rest of the proletariat. Oh, we all can wear the same thing. Nobody wearing the same thing. This is America.
It's never like
America.
So it's been times where me and Chris
shoot my mic out, man, because ain't nobody hearing me.
It's been times that
Your microphone, brother.
Yeah, it's been times that me and Chris wore the same thing and we was like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes somebody switch, and sometimes we just kept it.
Y'all
Like,
must can't see my eyes or something. Y'all must can't look into my eyes.
It is, man.
Dude, we can't see you.
I can see y'all though.
That's why
We
you don't
can't
count.
see you.
You hear me?
That's why you don't count.
You man behind the curtain over there.
Debo, you got us on
you
speaker,
hear the
man.
great eyes. You hear voice.
I'm over with that. Even with that, you gotta remember, it's just like women can have on the same dress and not look as good. One of them women, may not wear it as well as the other one does. Like Jermaine might have bought the jacket and he might not have liked it on himself as much as he liked the way.
So what about shoes then?
No, that ain't true. I just didn't want to look.
Definitely.
I just didn't want to.
I mean, but it happens. I mean,
Right.
even colognes, it smells differently from the individual to the individual.
All right.
Well, yeah.
All right, Debo, but I'm just gonna let you know, man.
Body chemistry.
Don't
Yeah.
be trying to rock the same fit I'm rocking, man. Do
At
your
the
own
same
thing.
time,
Yeah,
man.
do your own thing.
I'm not saying that you do or you don't. I'm just saying that
Twins.
it really don't matter.
So which one of y'all changed?
Sometimes.
No, you said you and Chris had the same outfit.
Right. I'm saying sometimes we would change, sometimes we wouldn't.
So, question. So, would you go to a party
Mhm.
knowing that y'all got on the same thing?
Not knowingly. No.
Okay, wait. Why not?
Why not? They made more than
Oh,
one.
yeah. Why not?
The same thing.
No, wait. Why not though? Because you just had
Twins.
a problem. But you just had a problem
That's
with the
different.
twins.
No.
It's the same difference.
No,
brother.
it's not. What I was
We get
saying
into it
was
every Friday. Don't
yeah, we
Keith?
gonna get into it because
every Friday.
because
There could
context
be some positives to that,
context
though.
is important.
It's
What I
the same
said,
thing.
what I said was if you wearing something that I rock with, or I'm wearing something that you rock with, and you ask me, I'm gonna tell you where I got it from. I'm not gonna say, oh no, figure it out. You gonna have to. No, that's weak to me.
But it's the same difference. That's
I'll
like
be
y'all
weak.
showing up at
I'll
the
be weak.
party.
Because they don't want you to get it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
No, I hear you.
But so then
Cause
I
my
responded.
always-
So my response
I'm
was,
going-
so how
Hey
many
man,
did
when
they
you get,
make?
I don't know,
I'm
man.
going
My
to
wife
see some
picked
really
this
nice
up for me.
shoes, right? And they sold out of my size, and I'm offended. Like I'm the only one with that taste, right?
You see the guy with him walking.
Yeah, and I'm going like, hey man, what's up? Aren't those my shoes? Like, dude, no, these are my shoes. I bought them.
That's a 12 and a half.
That's 12 and a
you took
half.
my pair.
You took my pair. No, that's so. I'm always thinking. I'm with you, DJ. I like to think that I'm the original thinker, and then you come to find out, no, other people that saw it and caught it too, because they didn't just make it for me.
And it's been plenty of times where I showed up. I was like,
The
damn,
manufacturer definitely didn't make it for you.
Right.
They made enough
Well,
to make money.
Yeah.
right.
That's the way that goes.
Great minds think alike. You know.
Yeah, but somebody gonna have to change if we at the party together. Somebody gonna
But
have
you know
to.
what's real interesting when y'all say that? Then we have experiences. You were talking about collective, right? As a people. And we have experiences where we're supposed to be in uniform. I'll say it again, uniform.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just, because I want to be ecumenical and universal here in my approach, both in the National Baptist Convention and the Church of God in Christ, the standard,
Yeah.
the uniform.
Is clergy collar?
No, talk about the choir.
Oh,
White tops,
yeah, black
bottoms.
Yeah.
Trust me,
Somebody-
there's gonna be some Negro, and they won't even be close to white. They're gonna come in with a blue.
Yeah.
Like, dude, what we ain't wearing? We wear black and white, man. What's
You asked me who would change.
Yeah.
It would be whoever drove keep that gear on. So if I pick you up,
Oh yeah, you got
so,
it.
I'm here. Hey, I got it on first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Toss it. I'm taking you
If
back.
you want to ride with me,
You got to go
change those clothes.
Yeah, we ain't pulling up looking like a singing group.
So if he pick
Looking like the Temptation.
Yeah, like a singing group. No.
if he pick me up, I come.
Yeah.
All right, I go right back. I'll be right back.
You know, there could be some benefits to that though, pulling up looking like a singing group.
Oh yeah, yeah. People. Oh man, y'all in the band? Yeah. Love, peace, and soul.
Right. Let me in. My name Debo. And these are the Deboettes.
Some sister that scoped you.
I love to keep some stuff going, man. Especially you, Jermaine.
No, that was
Hey,
my
I'm just
partner.
saying, man.
I got a dude that look just like me, and we've known each other since we 12 years old. Pastor Victor Mans. People will come up and go, "Hey, Pastor Mans," like, dude, I'm Keith. But that bank robbery, that was Pastor Victor Mans.
That wasn't me, Jack.
We got ordained together, man. I mean, people were going, wow, we look so much. I can't believe, because when we was in school, they never accused us of looking alike.
Wow.
Yeah, but we look, man, so much alike. So, all right, man. All right, so we're clear on that. So next week, we all come in here with
We
the
all
same
gonna
fit
same
on.
outfit.
Let's see who got to lead. We all show up in the same fit.
I mean, we had the same shirt for Juneteenth.
That's true, but
that was
that's a uniform.
It's something totally different from uniform.
And then just showing up.
Yeah,
Just
come on,
showing
Jack.
up.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
you know, we going.
Yeah. No,
Well, you know, and my wife calls me a hypocrite. My wife, she wears me out on this because she be going like, you always accept people how they are, and they should be able to come to church just as they are. And you spend 4 days, your Sunday outfit is laid out. Your fit is laid out on Tuesday.
Premeditated.
Oh man, I premeditated. I mean, you know, I got to figure this out. Like, say, I got to wear this, I got to wear that. You know, but I put a little time into it. So you know, I think, and especially if you put some time into it,
Right.
you know, you don't want to be
Just randomly show up somewhere and somebody got the same thing you want.
right. Like when people first
That
got their
is,
first pair of Dookies and figure you the only one with them and go out, everybody on the block got a pair, the same pair.
Mm.
I don't know.
You ever had that happen at a concert?
Yeah, but see, the concert is dark,
But when you out in the lobby
Like the
getting
lot-
a drink,
right?
you know, and you walk across somebody and they got the same
I mean,
thing
you
want.
go somewhere, and it's enough people. Somebody is gonna have something of what you got. Because I got 3 Ray Allen jerseys. They're retro jerseys. So whenever I go to the Bucks game, I wear one of the 3, and I always try to pick one that I don't think nobody gonna wear.
Guess what?
Somebody still got,
Hmm.
and it'll only be one person too. But it'd be one more person. So I mean, it is.
Yeah,
what
but
it is.
that's not so unusual because you had a game,
Right.
And
No, but I got different.
I mean, you got
different
probably
jerseys.
30 or 40% of the people wearing a jersey, though, right?
You know, there's
Probably.
And then they
Yeah.
probably buy right.
But I wear Ray Allen. You know, now people are gonna wear like Dame
Throwbacks?
or Gian. Yeah, Dame or Giannis.
yeah.
You know, maybe a Chris Middleton. You know,
If you saw somebody come in there with a big dog jersey on, or
Right.
something like
Yeah,
that, then you'd be
masses.
like,
I don't even think.
I'm just saying.
I wear Kardashian's
He
jersey.
got one over the store.
Yeah.
I know he got one in the store. He gotta have one in the store.
I don't know.
Yeah, man. I seen
They
one.
just don't use it.
Yeah, no,
No, but I'm saying Vanessa's probably got. They own the
All players.
They own the store.
Listen, all players in the NBA, whether you're in the NBA or in the G League, you have a jersey.
You have a jersey, and they can market it.
Yeah, and they can market it. It's
Mhm.
just-
So
yeah.
that's
I
why
get
it's
the
so
Vanessa
strange to
jersey.
watch Aaron Rodgers. You know, playing with number 8.
Bronny got a jersey.
Bronny got a
I know
jersey.
you know Bronny got.
But he
a
was
jersey.
number 8 at Cal though. So
right, but he can't wear 12 because
He
of Joe
can't win
Namath.
as well, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean
and he shouldn't wear it how he playing.
He shouldn't even play no more, man. He should.
It is looking like he should
G
retire.
League.
Yeah, no, he should.
What did they do last night? I stopped.
They
watching.
won.
They won
They
last
beat
night,
the
but you
Texans
played.
last night.
But you
They
played
beat who?
The Texans.
Texans.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Yeah, your cousin had a great
Yeah, I
game
didn't
last
see
night.
oh yeah.
Yeah, he
I
had a
didn't
great
see
game
it.
last
I
night.
didn't see it.
Yeah, but they still
My power
going
went out too
downhill.
last night.
Yeah,
Everybody's
I saw that.
did.
Yeah.
Mine
yours
did,
went
But
out.
mine went out when I was at work. I came home
No,
and my
power didn't go out.
my
cable
microwave was I'm like, dang, my power
On the
went out.
mine
blink,
didn't go
huh?
out.
Yeah, man.
I was watching TV all night.
Man, that win, it was like shaking my house, and I'm in a brick house. She's a brick.
Right.
Man, I was about to go. I didn't want to go. She's mine
That's what you say around here.
Doc, I'm telling you, I was going to join you. I'm getting ready to jump on that bandwagon.
Do they still build brick houses?
Hey,
You still got some brick houses out here, mate?
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know.
What
It's
Apple
probably
Bottom,
cheaper.
right? Did Apple Bottom replace
Apple?
house?
No, actually, something replaced Apple Bottom.
That's so old. That's like when I was a
Brick
kid.
House is old.
Yeah, brick houses.
Brick House is
70s.
70s, man. That's kind
Apple
of
Bottom is 90s,
Apple Bottom's
and early
90s.
2000.
Yeah.
But now they just, but Dunks.
Right.
Dunkin' Donuts.
BBL.
But Dunkin'. God, dog.
Dunk in the trunk.
Dunk in the trunk.
Yeah, it's like, or it's like, God, dog.
Junk in the trunk is
Yeah.
It's BBL.
Yeah,
BBL.
or just, my God, that's ridiculous. That's just,
Mhm.
you can put it whatever. It's unbelievable.
Man, my late,
Remarkable.
my,
Yikes.
my late friend, the late elder Ron Banks, said, Keith, you taught me never fall in love with a woman from behind.
Yeah, Doc.
Because when I saw her, I could hear the Commodore. She's a brick.
And then as soon as she turned around, you be like, ow.
Oh no. Oh no, it was cool.
Oh, she's fine.
Yeah,
Lord have
but
mercy.
some go along with that. There
Yeah,
was a lot
Doc,
of
I
crazy
knew-
went along with
You-
that.
Man, listen.
It's either crazy or ugly.
You said, man, listen, I had to take a step back.
I had to take myself back.
That's
like,
right,
look,
Michelle. We on the couch.
Yeah, lay on this couch again, take my shoes off and my socks
You want
this
to talk
time.
about a traumatic? Oh yeah.
Jesus,
All right,
I-
let's
So,
talk
so
about that.
am I the only one that has, like, you riding and you say, "Oh man, look at that," and you turn around, and she look like a moose in the face.
Oh man, yeah, I had that
She got the
happen.
baddest body you ever seen.
No, bro, listen. Body of a goddess, face of a monster. But
But it's the interview.
Was that shit?
man, please.
Keith,
I never
I'm a lady.
Wow, who was it? Jamie Foxx played in the Living
Oh,
Color.
Jamie, Shanae.
Shit.
No,
Wanda.
wasn't it like
Wanda.
Wanda? Yeah.
Like, dude, this cat. Now, Wanda, but this the crazy thing. Wanda and Shanae, they was about to make a movie. Martin and Jamie,
No.
they was gonna make a movie.
Really?
No, seriously.
They were supposed
They was supposed to make a movie.
Oh, that would have been.
Man, that'd have been
man.
crazy.
That would have been crazy.
Shanae and Wanda.
Yeah,
Oh my
I'm a
god.
lady.
One of the ugliest patties I've seen on TV.
when she went out with Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I
god.
forget
And
his
they was
name, what
on.
is it?
Yeah, they was on the
And they were
Love
on the
Connection.
Dynasty.
That ain't how you drink a 40. Stop playing. You gotta take it to the head.
That was with kid.
Yeah, that was a kid.
Yeah.
Oh man, kid was like,
What am I getting?
what is this? Oh man, that was
Shanae had me rolling.
Yeah,
Shanae was cool.
Shanae was a
Was a
mess,
fool.
man.
The
Between
neighbor from hell.
and then his mama.
Oh my! She was like,
that
Gina,
was
I don't like you, big head. I don't like you, but I know it's my son that did it. You trying to cover up for him?
Oh, when he killed my mama bird.
Killed my mama bird.
Killed my mama
They
bird.
killed my mama bird. And they had the funeral services for the bird, dude. That was hilarious, dude.
That was one of the, that was like Martin
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, he was a fool with it.
Man,
Yeah.
that too bad it had to end the way it ended. But
Yeah.
But it's no way that would have lasted so
Yeah,
long
that's
because it was so goofy.
It kind of would have, man, because I mean, when you got
How long
A
did
comedian-
In Living Color?
the only
last?
reason why In Living Color fell out was because of the
it was
because
But
of
like,
the
how long
Fox.
did they last though?
Was it
4
like
years?
4 years?
See,
No, but that was because they fell out with Fox. Martin probably still would have still been going because even now, 20-some years later, they playing
the
rerun.
reruns, and the
Yeah.
reruns
Still-
is still
it-
funny.
but if
Yeah.
if you look at Martin now, he is nowhere near that.
That's
same,
because of what he
you
went
know
through.
What I'm saying
Well,
that's what I'm saying. Like
I think
5
you're right.
years
He
was
hit
good. 5 years was a good run.
Well,
he hit
some of that too
he
was
hit He hit his apex at Bad Boys, the first one. That was the last that I thought that Martin Lawrence was. After this, he's been, he's done with his weight issues, he's done with other issues. And
Didn't he
been
have a
funny.
stroke?
I mean,
or
the issues
Yeah,
came
stroke,
at
yeah.
Blue Streak though.
yeah,
Issues
But
came
that's
at
my
Blue
mama
Streak.
pizza.
man.
But Big Mama's house was funny. The first one.
yeah.
First
The
one was
first
funny.
one.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Well,
Okay. Well, let me do this. What y'all want to do? The bad news first?
oh,
or-
I'm
What's the
tripping.
bad
We
news?
supposed to build.
The
The
Bucks.
Bucks.
Let's talk about that when we come back from a break, man.
I didn't know it, but I knew it. The Bucks.
I got something for that too, man.
The
Oh,
Bucks.
the Bucks.
I got. See,
Can you help them?
listen. What people have to
Well, I'm picking
understand.
up after the break.
Okay, because our show was about to tear
You
into
got
it like
callers
Martin
or
Luther
no?
King.
It's two.
No, not
414-444-5250. First Friday, joined in studio by Mr. Craig Stingley, Devon Jones, DJ, the protege, Jermaine Rideout,
Hey, Jack.
and of course, Mr. Debo himself. The phone lines are open. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Community Voice.
Somewhat.
We got two people in the studio that said Damian Lillard plays defense. But
No,
one person in the
wait,
studio
DJ,
was just
no,
hopping on me earlier in the year and
hold on,
last year saying that we didn't get Dame Lillard.
Okay, let me amend what I said because you done took it.
No, that's what you said. I didn't take it.
So
That's
let me
what you said.
amend it. Let me amend it, and then let's see where you take this. My observations is that Damian Lillard, when he plays defense, is a better defensive player than he gets credit for being. Now, again, you're right. I did say he's not.
That's a different statement.
That's why I amended it.
And it's still atrocious.
Okay. Then there's no change in your mind. So. Shit, I don't know what I could agree with you. That's still atrocious. Still atrocious. No, I'm just saying that I was surprised when I'm kind of, just focusing in and watching him do his man-to-man. Yeah. It was better than I thought it was. Yeah. Now everybody can play defense because defense is effort. Right.
Mm.
But
and that's
again,
all that I talk about.
And like Jim Brown didn't get drafted to the Cleveland Browns to block.
Right.
That didn't mean he couldn't block.
Right.
It means that that's not what we pay him to do.
His role.
That's not his role. So I would say the same thing. He should not be the shutdown defender. That's why you brought in Gary
But
Trent.
in the NBA, if you don't have all 5 parts playing defense,
right?
Well, hold on, stop.
Yes, that's true.
No, wait, stop.
All 5 guys got to be on the
show. No team in the NBA, all 5 guys play defense. No team.
Boston.
No.
Stop it. Boston don't even do it, bro.
What I'm saying is that
Jaylen Brown.
They got you can't have one
all
person.
5.
Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday,
Drew Holiday,
Listen, hold on.
He's a defensive ace.
Drew is.
They play Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown don't. No, stop it, man. Jason Tatum don't even play defense, man.
What do y'all be watching?
Jason Tatum don't play defense.
What?
Jason Tatum don't play defense, bro. He do not play defense.
And wait a minute. He's not expected to be the lead defensive player.
Anyway, right.
That's what Derek White is there for.
Exactly. So think about that, bro. You got a bench player that's leading your defensive campaign.
One of the dumbest terms in basketball is two-way player. You got to play defense.
Yeah.
So the fact that they
don't
even
see nobody
brought up
that term,
we
was playing defense in the
don't
first
play
half of the
deep.
Bucks game last night when they gave up 70 points.
That's
None
a
of
team
them.
effort.
Right, exactly.
None of them. We've been saying.
Right.
We've been
But
saying
it's a team effort.
Absolutely.
Team
Which means
defense.
they wasn't putting in the effort.
Right.
All of them.
Well, or they don't have the ability to keep up with the
No,
quickness.
man, you gotta have a scheme on defense too.
Well, you're gonna have to figure something out because this was an issue with the Bucks last year. People ran them out the gym.
You got to help
and they
and
get
rotate.
run out the gym this year and they're a year older. They get run out the gym. Look at those when they play the Memphises and the Indianas of the world.
You got 2 star players. Now Giannis and Dame. So if they have an expectation that everybody else gonna pick up their defense,
right,
then they're not gonna win. They gotta cover they carry their own weight on both sides of the floor.
And
they gotta lead on both sides of the floor.
And there's very few star NBA players that you can defend one-on-one.
Right.
Very few of them. They're just that good.
Well, if you a star, then
Right.
you can't hold them one-on-one.
But-
You can get them in a spot or two.
Part of that, I mean, to a degree,
Yeah.
part of their offense becomes their defense, right? Because
Right.
you actually, but if you shooting if you're just
And that
throwing the
was the
ball up
Bucks
from
under-
half court,
That was the Bucks.
you ain't making nobody work.
That's the Bucks on the Budenholzer.
Well,
That's
were-
the Bucks since they won.
I mean, no, when I'm saying that it was their defense.
Right.
The defense.
But who was the catalyst of that defense? The guy that's in Boston.
Yeah, look,
yeah,
everybody, I said that off the air. I wasn't in agreement of the
him
trade last year.
Tucker,
Mm-hmm.
Who?
PJ.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
a
that's
defender.
right. I forgot because remember when he held Kevin Durant to 48?
No.
Right. Rudy held him to 48.
But then he just said that, you very rarely can you hold a star player with one person.
He brought up PJ
all I'm
Tucker
saying is
like this dude
PJ
is a
Tucker, 'cause
shutdown.
No, I ain't saying I'm saying
Okay,
PJ
all right.
Tucker.
He
is
did
a
make
role
him
player
work.
on that
He
side of
made
the
him
court.
work.
For
He's a
48 points?
defender, absolutely.
So he
All
made
of
him
them
work for
points
48
wasn't
points.
easy though. Was y'all watching
It's
this
still
game?
48. Well, it was easy or not.
Bro,
What?
when it's the best, see, that's
Y'all
why I
be
can't
listening
talk
to
about
that.
That's a
First of all,
that's a qualitative.
I agree.
That's
the
a
best
qualitative
players.
critique.
Hold on,
Oh,
I'm
he
saying-
worked hard for the 48.
No,
He had
the-
48, man.
the best players, you gotta make them work hard and hope that they miss. That's what they
That's
did
right.
with Jordan. You got
That's right.
the only thing you can do is hope that they
Listen,
miss.
Hope is not a defensive strategy.
Hope is not defensive
Hope
strategy.
is
no,
not a
you can make them.
defensive
You
strategy.
can try to
You
make
can-
them work
now,
hard.
you don't
can
see
try
any
to
coach
force them
put
into
on
a
the
tough
board.
shot.
I hope no.
You know how
gotta
many tough
execute.
shots Kobe hit? It's
Well,
tough. You
first
can
of
live
all-
with it.
First of all, what people is not talking about, what you guys are not talking about is they changed the entire game. They changed the entire game and how it's played and how it's
Mhm.
being called.
Mm-hmm.
As
So-
well they should have.
So let's talk about that because to
Going
be
back to
honest
the
with you,
90s.
if you want to talk about defense was in the 80s and in the 90s.
Yeah.
And when they really played defense and them scores was low, they was only scoring 60 and 70 points at the end of the game because they was playing defense.
For early 80s, them scores was pretty high. I
Yeah,
mean,
but that's
mid
because-
to late 80s.
That's because the NBA was merging in with the ABA team.
Yeah,
The
they was
game
because I was
open.
surprised they was as high as what it is right
And
now in the early
look at it
80s.
when you talk about in the 80s when they introduced the 3-point rule. I
Yeah.
think like mid 80s.
Yeah.
You began to see where obviously the scoring's going to go up because you have possibility to score more
But
points.
they didn't shoot the three like that.
But that's what I'm going to say. When you started that off, by the time you got to the 90s,
Yeah.
the three now becomes a bigger part of it.
Yeah.
And in the 2000s with the European players
Yeah.
and that ball flow,
Yeah.
you know, if you're 6'10", 6'11", if you don't have a shot, you're not going to play in the NBA.
Yep.
The game has changed so much
Yeah.
that those big post players are almost obsolete. Now you get somebody like Joel Embiid, you know, you park him
He
down
can
there.
shoot.
He can shoot. He can go outside.
He
the
can
paint.
shoot.
Anyway,
But if you got somebody like Tim Duncan that can't shoot the three and your team is not built around
Could he
him
play
having an
today?
inside game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
could Tim Duncan
Because
play?
you still
Absolutely.
have the
Yeah,
double.
because you gotta have
Absolutely.
shooters around him.
Absolutely.
Right,
Because he
yeah.
still, and listen, DeRozan rarely shoot a three.
Right.
He leads the league in double doubles for sure.
But he picked up a three last year.
No, I'm just saying he can shoot it,
right?
but he rarely shoots.
Because they used to back
And
off
he's one of the
him when
most
it was a
effective
three.
players in
Well-
the league. Why? Because he can get that
Because
mid-range.
he can wait, because he can
and
shoot.
he get
Big
it at a
Dog.
high clip.
Big Dog. Prime example. Big Dog was one of the greatest 2-point shooters the league have seen.
Absolutely. You
So
think he can play today?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I think that he can play today for the simple fact that he got a shot. So he got a shot.
Yeah.
If he didn't have a shot, if he didn't have a shot, he wouldn't, height.
See, and I think that's where the coaching comes in, because chemistry to me is what the Bucks are missing. Yeah. And when you got players like Giannis and Dame, right, who are all-star, but they're on the tail end of their career, right?
Well,
so is Middleton. Oh, both of them. Yeah, they all been in there. Huh?
Giannis 29.
That ain't the point. He got 11 years on his body,
but he's not at the tail end. He's more in his
what
prime.
I'm saying is that instead of them being able to just rely upon them carrying them for the whole season,
he got a lot of
through the playoffs. I'm just saying that's part of the thing that they're experiencing now. And then they're expecting them to keep up. Ja Morant showed them the other night.
I don't think Giannis got
still
better
put up 30 something. Giannis put up a double. Giannis is scoring. What's happening is you need shooting because the league has changed. So you need 3-point shooting.
And if Dame Lillard can only score 4 points,
and Dame Lillard had 4. Wait, Dame had 4 points because one, the defense that Chris Jenkins and them had on Dame. He had a longer man, so Dame couldn't get his open shots that he would normally get. So when you don't have people,
so did I hear you say that the other team had a scheme set up for the Bucks?
Hold on, they had a scheme. Wait, listen, hold up, wait, listen. But you can beat the scheme if you was making your shots. If Prince was making his shot, if Gary Trent was making a shot, if we had Chris Middleton making the shot, that's going to free up Dame. So Dame is not going to have 4 points because he's going to get his shots. So that scheme is not going to work. But they knew that Chris wasn't playing, so that's one score you don't have to worry about. Yeah. Tayshaun and Trent.
I think the biggest problem with the Bucks is they don't know who. Like Giannis made the comment, their identity.
Right.
But then who is leading the team? Is it the coach or is it the player?
I mean, we talking about
but we not even
players make shots. You can't live and die on if we all make our shots.
But they do.
If every team all make their shots, then
nobody will lose.
Bro, look, the Bucks live and die by 3.
You have a system
as a pro to hit your shots.
I'm
gonna give you.
So did they win the first game?
Let me give you.
They hit their shots.
Didn't they hit their shots?
They hit their shots.
What about the other game?
They missed their shot. They shot 20% from 3, 30% from 3.
Has Giannis bought into Doc's?
Yes, he has.
Program.
And you can tell he has.
But he need the pieces around.
But he need the pieces. He need the scores around.
What is he missing?
Gary Trent got to score. Chris Middleton got to get back.
Gary Trent was never a scorer.
No, he was. He was a 3-point shooter.
Yeah,
that's why they brought him in. He shot 40. He's blocking shots now.
Is he?
Oh yeah. No, so Gary Trent was a 40-something% 3-point shooter.
He ain't got no pieces around him.
They got to make the shots though, bro.
No, they got to have a chemistry because these are all.
Even if you have a chemistry, bro, you still got to make those shots.
Or if you're not hitting your shots, they don't hit there.
No, I'm saying the chemistry is. How many points are they scoring per game?
Well, the first game it was 120 some points or 117 when they played against Philly.
Right. So
Philly had two key players not playing.
Right. In totality, on both sides of the ball, the Bucks are not getting it done consistently, and it's early still. Okay. But they got a new coach from last year. They got a new star player. Haven't put their chemistry
what's
together.
The old cliche? Defense wins championships.
Okay. So here's the question: fire Doc Rivers.
Man, stop.
I don't think that's the answer because they've been getting rid of coaches.
You have to wait until your team is in full for you to even judge.
Okay.
Like
you got to deal with what you got, man.
I was talking to my buddy who's a real Bucks fan, and he said, "Yeah, I'll give him a couple more weeks." It's like, whoa. But man, lose 4 out of your first 5 games.
I mean, look at every playoff run. Every playoff run, somebody's getting hurt from another team. So is that going to diminish the season, or let's say the team that I go against missing players and I win the championship, is that going to diminish my championship? No, I won. So you can't continuously say, "Oh, wait till we get to full strength." No, you got to make do with what you got.
And the NBA is still talent.
You got to make do with what you got.
When they played Brooklyn, when the Bucks played Brooklyn and they won because Kevin Durant's shoes was too big, everybody talked about
that was PJ Tucker's defense.
Yeah, it was.
Stop it. Everybody talk about
he airballed his last shot.
Everybody talk about Kyrie being hurt because if Kyrie wouldn't have never got hurt, if Kyrie wasn't hurt,
now he got
Brooklyn would have won.
So let me ask you.
He made him work. That's what I'm talking
with
about.
With the faster pace of the NBA right now, and the average career length being 8 years for a player, right? Does that say that Dame and Chris and Giannis are on the backside of their career?
Oh yeah, Dame.
we know that.
Well,
Dame is Dame 33.
But see that
Dame 33.
now
Chris
when
is
you,
what,
when
30?
you put them
But
in
see, Chris
contrast to the
has
teams
an injury history too.
who you
which-
look like you lay at the Thunder, the Pelicans, you know,
Yeah, all them boys young.
Yeah.
Sacramento, but
Yeah.
these are the teams that are rising up,
Yeah.
right? With these young players moving up and down the court,
Yeah,
transition, you know, from one side of the ball to the other,
yeah.
right? And showing up in the playoffs.
But
They
you
can
know,
go the full year with minimal injuries.
you know the biggest.
Chris is getting hurt all the time.
That's why he been held back.
You was talking about
They
pace and
finna
stuff.
get rid of their youth with Marshawn.
The biggest.
Our son is trash.
No, he ain't.
Come on,
Man, I'm
man.
done with y'all, man.
All right.
You ain't playing them.
Right.
Man, listen though, when he play, the
There's
man
a
get out
reason-
there and play
there's
scared.
a
That's
reason-
why they not playing.
There's a reason.
No, it ain't.
There's
It's not
a reason why he's not playing.
There's
No,
a
it ain't.
reason, man.
I mean,
Yeah,
Robert-
politics.
Man, he was trash in summer league, man.
No, he
He's
wasn't.
He was trash in summer
a
league.
great guy. He's a great human being.
No, he
but-
was.
He was trash in
solid.
summer league, bro. Stop.
He was solid, man.
Come on, D,
Solid.
man. Though you play ball, bro.
solid in the summer
Come on,
league.
DJ, man. Though you losing your credits, man.
Solid in the
That
summer
allowed him
league.
to stick around.
Bro, look at what he's doing now.
Okay.
He been in the league 3 years.
So look at.
He
So
been in the
look,
league 3 years.
Wait. Let me ask you a question. Do you keep him or Thanasis?
man, stop talking about him. He don't even play.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
just saying.
look, they're not getting rid of him.
I would rather
What
have
is-
him over AJ Green.
Green. That's
Man, you cats is. I'm
What do AJ Green do?
Hey, I thought you stopped that. You said it the other day.
What do AJ Green do?
You know what? I'm offended too, Jermaine. Wait on me, man.
They're going to get some
We
wings.
gonna get some
AJ
wings.
Green?
They're going to get some
We going to
wings.
Crumpies. Let's go, man.
Come on, Keith. We going to Grumpy's.
Grumpy's going to
Let's
Grumpy's.
do it over here, man. All right.
AJ
Come on,
Green.
man. I always made me leave.
How y'all talking? Y'all might need to go to Ricky's. Y'all might need to go to Ricky's, man.
They don't made me leave.
They don't-
They brought Marshawn in for his defense, right?
Right.
And they contribute to
They
give them-
brought him in
give them
'cause he was a
points,
long
give
wing.
them- Give them a spell off the bench.
So what is he doing? He been in the league for
He
3
ain't
years.
playing.
No, when he did play, when he was
His
playing.
first year
Hold
in the
up.
club,
No,
what did he do?
listen, bro. Stop it.
He earned his second year.
Y'all
So
been
do
making
you think?
some
So
of
let
my-
me ask you this then. So if he was in a different situation where he get more playing time, I think his game would be a lot better.
Put him on one of them younger
But I don't
teams
think- I
and
don't
watch
think-
him blossom.
I don't think he.
Which
When
is
you
what
watch him
happens with
play,
all-
he's
every
still.
time the
He's
Bucks
still.
play
He's
Hello.
still thinking.
But
He's
y'all
still
don't remember
thinking after
earlier
3
in the
years.
season, last year, he was getting time and he was really productive. And then all of a sudden he
Man.
stopped.
No, when they had Adrian Griffin, he was playing. However, bro, he wasn't that productive because if he was that productive, he would have cracked the lineup.
He was productive because we were on air and everybody
You gotta
was
give him-
asking,
you gotta
why
give him
isn't he
time.
getting more time?
Bro,
Right.
even
Everybody
listen,
was asking
with
that.
the
We
time-
didn't just make, I didn't just make that up.
He was making shots.
Yeah, I didn't just make that
Why he
up.
ain't making it now?
He not
Why ain't making it?
playing.
No, well, listen, when you play and when the ball is in your hand, you got to make the shot so you can get more playing time. If you're not doing that, you're not going to get on the court.
I'm sorry.
I
When
take,
you play ball, D,
I
and that's
take him
what's
over
tripping me out,
Connaughton.
bro.
I
From
take
what
him
I
over
understand,
Connaughton.
They standing
I
around
would too.
watching Giannis and
I would
Dame.
too. But Connaughton has
Instead
some
of
good-
playing-
Connaughton got a better shot than Marshawn.
Connaughton?
Come on, man. Don't do this, man. Y'all been making me throw this board out the
All
window,
right.
man.
So we, in concluding,
Give him the time to Connaughton.
Yeah, hey, let's move on.
we going to
We need
Crumpets,
to-
man. Come on,
You got
we going to Crumpets.
Hey, we need
you got
to
coming up, don't you?
We going to Crumpies, man. We probably do, but hey.
we need to we need to tell Kamala to stop texting me like I'm her man.
dude,
You know what I'm saying?
dude.
She texting me.
I've heard
She
from
texting me like I'm her man.
Doug, I've heard
Hey.
from Obama. I've heard
Get
from
off my phone.
Dougie Fresh, Dougie
Man.
or Fresh
man.
Dougie. That's what I'm gonna
I
start calling
don't-
Fresh Dougie. I heard from everyone. Tim Walls.
I can't forget the vote if I try.
I'm trying to figure out how did they get my number?
And then
I
I
didn't
tell
get the
you,
damn
this is
number.
the last message. I got a message this morning at 7:30. I said I thought last night was the last message. All right, you're listening to Community Voice. When we come back, we're going to talk about what to
Hey,
expect
man.
coming up
You saw-
next Tuesday. We'll be right back. right, welcome back, y'all.
Wait, no. It's free flow. It's free flow Friday.
All right, let's change the subject to something that's not as contentious. We have an election coming up next week, something that really matters.
And you said that.
Yeah, we're not as contentious as this, man. People walking out and calling the lawyers.
Man, they play ball, man.
What'd you say, Debo?
Slamming doors.
Slamming doors.
Stop that thing, man.
You know, a wise man once told me that some people don't understand that they don't understand.
We got it. So we got an election coming up next Tuesday.
Jermaine.
Hey,
We got an election coming up.
That was a general statement.
That sounded like a shot at Jermaine.
hey, man, I'm taking DJ to the court, man. I got a ball in my car. Go to the court.
Yeah, okay. Check your health insurance. Ground zero. Because he might not do you, but age will.
Say whole father time. He's undefeated.
That's self-check right there. That just want to go out there and have a heart attack. You just want him to court a couple of times.
Man.
But yeah, we do have an election on Tuesday. Have you all voted already?
No, I never.
I
never
on the
vote.
day.
Yeah, that's just what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel more comfortable doing that.
1.7.
Because you know did you hear that
they
were delivering some drop box ballots and fell off the back of the truck and exploded and
what kind of mafia stuff is that?
hey, you know,
ballots falling off the truck.
People moving all over.
Oh, well, they did burn up the 2 ballot boxes in Washington,
still
Oregon.
Controlling the post office.
Yeah,
Right.
some fishy.
Yeah, that
that
because this
post
guy
office-
is still there.
Absolutely.
Well, let me shout out my guy
Now,
Sean.
how do you do that?
My guy Sean, that's our postal worker. Good dude, good brother. Shout out Sean. And so we just hand our ballots to him. We know they're gonna get there. And so I voted
That's
already.
illegal, though. You know that.
Giving it to the mailman? That's not illegal.
Check that.
You can give it to the mailman. What?
You know, tomorrow you're gonna be finding out.
Some people get their ballots from the mailman, so
Get 'em,
why
but
wouldn't I be
deliver
able to
'em?
give it to him?
Yeah, you can give it to
Watch
him.
it, watch
What would
it.
be the difference between that and putting it in the mailbox? He's
Yeah,
gonna be the
you
same
know
person
they're
picking
gonna
it up
come
in the
up with all
mailbox.
kinds of reasons to get, you know, your
Yeah.
ballot has no
Ooh.
stand.
That's the CIA calling Craig.
Silence that. It shouldn't have
In
killed
the end, we know that's a great song. That's a great protest song.
Oh, it
man.
absolutely is.
Yeah, slide the family
The
song
lyrics
stand.
there.
Yeah.
Timeless.
But we do. Boy, only 12,000 jobs. This jobs report. It comes out 3 days, 4 days before the election. Yeah,
For this month or last month?
last month. But they reported it today.
Up to
So we'll see. And both Vice President Harris and former President Trump will be in Milwaukee tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, she'll be in West Dallas.
Mm.
Isn't that where State Fair is?
shut down the city.
Yeah. So he's down at Five Serve.
But Keith, any more feedback on the second stage that's down at Veterans Park?
No, I don't know. No
The
one seems to
Democratic
know.
Party has a stage down there with bleachers and sound set up and everything.
Is
So-
that where they're going to do the show? Or you
no,
think
they're supposed to be at State Fair this evening with,
Right.
with Cardi B and
State
yeah,
Fair's-
that's confirmed. Yeah, Cardi,
she's speaking?
Isley
She's not-
Brothers.
Isley. Who else?
Glorilla.
It's a
Yeah,
party.
Glorilla.
Glorilla.
But I heard, man, that they all supposed to perform.
Yeah, they
Everybody
perform
but
it.
Cardi B.
Everybody but Cardi.
Everybody but Cardi B.
Oh, so it's a free concert.
Yeah, you can't. What card? You
Yeah.
can't have Cardi
I was
B
telling
performing.
Michelle that
You gonna have Glow perform? She even worse.
who that Glorilla.
Shit, she even worse. At the end of the day gotta end. Like,
Right. Hey, at the end of the day, Kamala, I'm not your man. Stop texting me.
Hey, I'll be your man, Kamala.
Listen.
Hey.
Listen.
I
Y'all saw
don't
what
want no
happened to
more.
Charlemagne,
Let's
right?
be respectful.
I don't want
he had
no
to
more.
issue a
That is
cease and
respectful.
desist. Because they're gonna pick up this and start
Trump
using
did
it.
that.
Oh yeah.
What do you do?
Charlemagne
Oh,
issued a cease and desist against
because of that
Trump, not
commercial?
Using it in, yeah, absolutely.
But
Right.
he
And from what
late
they
because
did-
they've been running that
Yeah,
commercial.
but
Oh, absolutely.
they took his statement out of context.
And they
didn't
still using it.
they? They clipped it.
But
Yeah.
how? But that
That's what I'm
commercial
saying. They
been
gonna
running
use
for about a
yours.
month.
They're gonna pick yours up
Okay.
and yours.
They can.
You just
It's out
Hey,
there.
that's DJ. DJ said.
You be the man too. Yeah. That's all he need is a
Soundbite.
soundbite. That's it.
Oh yeah, it was just like if they and look, the Dems do it too. When they took the statement that Trump said that if
They did stupid.
No, if Kamala Harris was elected, no, this was Joe Biden, and he said that it would be, what did he say, carnage or something? He was talking about the auto industry. All they did was cut off, but he was making it. So let me, because you got to be fair.
Is it the bloodbath?
Your bloodbath. Thank you. Yeah, he was talking about the auto industry. He wasn't talking about like America, but that's what you do, right? And you try not. That's why when people talk about how scripted she seems to be in her interviews and in her speeches, because you don't want to give the enemy fodder, right? It's enough. Joe Biden didn't help coming out telling what everybody believed, that because look, if you're supporting Kamala Harris, there's a lot of people, he called the people that supported
Trump
garbage.
Oh, people. Yeah. But then he was saying, I was talking about the people we had on stage. They didn't get the rest of the sentence. They didn't get the comma. They went right with it. Now, he only says out loud what a lot of Harris supporters believe. Mm-hmm. That's just how pitched this is in terms of, and I don't know how.
What's the issue? Are we talking about morals and integrity?
No, you talking about the garbage statement, DJ?
Yeah. No, I'm just
because that came from a comedian who said that there was a pile of trash floating out in the Pacific Ocean.
Puerto Rico.
It's called Puerto Rico. So then Biden's response
and Jennifer Lopez has come out now.
Oh.
See, because what happened was that benefited because they didn't know how the Puerto Rican population is going to be voting in Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. Pennsylvania has a significant Puerto Rican population up near Reading in the Philly area.
Even New York.
Yeah.
That whole East Coast area.
But New York, that's going to be, Harris is going to win New York. Pennsylvania, right now, if you're looking at the numbers, Trump is up by 1 in Pennsylvania. So it's coming down to turnout. But what you're seeing throughout the country, and again, I don't want to overhype this, is that everywhere people are going to vote. Every time you drive past 60th and Capitol, there's a line. Last
day is Sunday, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Last
for
night,
early voting.
For early voting in person. Last night I drove by, it was raining, and people were standing in line.
And Keith, just so we solidify this, the actual registration and early vote ended yesterday or today? Is it?
Yeah, if you want to vote, register to vote.
Right, registration along with an early vote ends today, and then Sunday is the last day for early voting
in person.
So you can't register after today?
You can still register at the poll.
It should be same day. It should be still same day. Yeah.
Register at the poll.
But when your candidate is garbage.
Be careful, Craig.
Say what you want.
I just think that you have to recognize that it attracts that.
Like flies.
Yeah.
I just know that politics is messy, it's controversial, and
it's always been, but not to this extent.
I can't say that.
Yeah, Trump is taking it to a whole new level.
The whole dynamic is changing.
Yeah, it's always
Trump started this, man,
because of what's at stake. You saw this man try to take over the country.
It's always been real messy and controversial, and people, like.
Would you say that it is elevated since you started voting?
No, because people hated Obama.
Right, but they didn't do what they did.
But people hated Obama. All you're really doing,
this
DJ,
is an elevation.
Is confirming what I said.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I think there's a couple of things though. It seems like it's more
Bill O'Reilly.
I think it's about.
Do y'all remember how crazy he would talk about Obama?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that when we have,
we're not talking about people. We're talking about candidate versus candidate.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, but what you also are, we're more exposed. We have social media. We have 24/7. Citizens United changed the ball game, right? So you got all this dark money. So there's a lot of money. I was pointing out, and there's no accident that we're not getting. Normally, you start getting your Christmas ads on Halloween, right? All that money you can't even spend money now because politics is it's taking up all the airways. Yeah. So we're seeing it. We're exposed to it. If I go to YouTube and I don't have like the premium YouTube, I got to do commercials. Guess what I'm getting? Political commercials.
That's right.
So there's no escape.
Because of the stakes.
Well, yeah, but it's also the amount of money.
Yeah.
So we always have
And
to look at
that's because of the
scale
stakes.
because they've always done things that people will kind of go like, "Wow, that's kind of over the pale."
But
But
think about
but
Elon
you-
Musk coming
But you
out
wasn't
and saying he's
factoring
gonna
in the
put up
Senate
what was it,
races that
40
are-
Did you vote,
million?
Debo?
Nah, I haven't yet. I'm
Not
gonna
yet.
go Sunday.
Sunday.
You know, he put up what 45 million for Trump.
oh, money. She raised $500 million.
That's that.
I mean,
because of the
that
stakes.
right, but it's
because of
also
what's at
the
stake.
cost
Yeah.
of doing it is that it takes money.
Yeah.
You're looking at media. Look,
You've got to flood the market.
man, it's to the
And you
point
try
where
to buy
you
more
start
than
believing
your
some of the
opponent
negative
can.
commercials, like man, because you hear it so much,
Absolutely.
you know. So
when you see somebody trying to take over everything
but that's one
that
side.
relates to your quality of life.
But that's one side of it.
That's
the
right.
other.
That's
The
one
other
side.
side of it says we want this dude to take over,
And
so we
that's
can't.
why you got
And
stakes are
both
so
of these,
high.
right? And both of these,
Absolutely.
both these
Absolutely.
camps
Y'all,
are
that
pitched.
makes my point.
They ready.
Absolutely.
We ready to do. There's
Absolutely.
Civil War kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Caller,
And
welcome.
those are the stakes.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
if he takes over and does what they're saying in this 2025, right? And he can abolish the Constitution, get rid of the Department of Education, and on and on and on and on.
They're not abolishing the Constitution.
I'm just saying. These are things
They
that they
gonna
talk
try.
about
You got
doing.
the court in
They
place.
gonna
but you got a
try.
court that's going to be very sympathetic to
people
some
in
Right.
challenges.
And they've already
Come on,
paved
man.
the
We've
paved the way
we've
for them to
had
do it.
countless conversations on what it takes to do that. They're not going to do
But if you
that.
put people in place, if you put
Right.
people
You
in
can
place,
line it up,
you can line it up that it can.
especially
will
a
happen.
constitutional amendment, because depending on what those state legislatures are looking like, because you got to send it out to the states.
Exactly.
2/3 of the states have to
Yeah.
approve it.
Yeah.
It could happen. Let's
And
get
if
the
you got
caller.
people in place, it's gonna happen.
Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning.
Oh, hey, good morning. How y'all doing?
All right,
what's
so
happening?
Bro.
They said I was going to win $1 million if I voted for Trump today.
Uh-oh.
You know, that's what they really doing.
Yeah.
They trying to buy it. They trying to buy the election.
The stakes.
I vote for $4 million. Now, you
That
put that
shows
money in my hand. Now I want
And
the
then
money
you
up
do not
front,
go
and I
back
want
to
a certified check. But yeah, I vote for $1 million. Yeah,
$1
they
million
said
per
he give-
day since when he made that offer, what, a week ago?
I can do that. Would you take the $1 million?
Yeah, and still don't vote for him.
Brother said, yeah.
I'd have to move someplace. I got $1 million. I can move.
Hey, I wouldn't vote for him. They ain't supposed to know what my vote is. I'm in that booth by myself.
Right. I think you might. I don't
Oh,
know.
no,
how
you had to notify. I mean, you had to make it.
But how would
known
you
that
show it? Because
voted.
it's illegal to take a picture of the ballot.
Yeah, that was one of the things that that is true.
Yeah, you can't take.
But
So how would
he
you
had
prove
some
it?
kind of stipulation as to how you can even qualify to be in the running for the money.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
but how
thought
can you
just
even
had-
do
I
that?
thought you just had to
You
be
can't help it.
Caucasian.
Well, how is it that you can even put yourself in that contest, if you will? Because it is something that he announced, and this was Musk talking about giving away $1
Pennsylvania,
million.
right? In Pennsylvania.
And he
Hey,
and he
and-
actually
and-
gave it away.
And they
here,
number
too.
the
Did
U.S.
he get one
money
here
they
too?
paying him for SpaceX. He
Elon
give his
Musk.
money back. Yeah, you know that man. He making billions of dollars off the U.S. government.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
All cause he got a plane that looked like a rocket that looked like a dildo.
Hey, did y'all see his Cybertruck outran a Lamborghini the other day
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
off the jump?
Did y'all see Trump's new fashion choices?
Trump
Yeah.
with the comb over his backwards now.
No.
Oh,
The
my
vest.
God.
The vest.
Now,
A
quick-
vest.
question
You ever
I
see
got-
the vest?
question
Oh,
I
well,
got-
you I mean, you can put lipstick on a pig, you're still a pig.
Yeah. Question I got for you brothers is, how does a rapist get away with talking about he gonna take care of women?
Yeah, that part.
All of it, man.
So then you
And
know,
he said that whether
you
they
know
like
what
it
my
or
wife,
not.
you know what my wife did? She heard that statement. She said, "Don't you say that maybe the blank don't want to be saved?"
Oh, hey,
Maybe the woman don't want to be saved. Had you ever thought about that,
Hey,
Captain?
especially
See, you
especially
being
the
Captain
ones that
Saber.
say they creating hurricanes
Oh,
and making them worse.
Yeah.
Like, hold on. What
And,
these
and
things-
thank you for
what is
that,
that,
man.
Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Because if we do not think that climate change is real, in Spain,
Yeah, do you see that?
they got, what was it, a year's worth
A
of
year's worth
rain
of
in
rain.
8 hours.
Yeah,
That ain't
Yeah.
normal.
yeah.
That ain't normal by any stretch of the
Years,
imagination.
A year worth of rain, bro.
That's
A year worth of
That's
rain.
a lot of rain.
In
It was
8
a lot
hours,
of
you know,
rain. Yeah,
Like,
it's a lot
And
of
the sad part about it is,
You know who controls
Hey.
the puddles of rain?
if Trump don't win, they stole the
just
election again.
Yeah, man.
And
What is your sign off statement say?
the creek
the creek don't. Oh, the creek is rising, Jack.
Hey, have you voted already?
oh no, I'm waiting till Tuesday so I can see it go in there and get counted.
You ain't gonna see
I'ma
that,
be the
man.
first.
Go vote today. You ain't gonna see that. Don't wait for that. Go
There's gonna
vote
be
today.
1,000 people.
Right. You're just waiting to see. Did
Hey,
you put it in?
hey,
It's like
hey,
when where's my check? Right.
Where I can go, I'm right now. I was in an accident. The idiots came out the one way going the wrong way, and I ran into them on
Oh,
44th and Locust.
Oh,
So
Sorry to hear that.
I got to go where I can park right in front of the handicap thing and walk right in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. But make sure you get there.
But, hey, of course, man, I've been voting since I was 18. I'm 61 years old, so
Okay.
I know what they up to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
We can't tell you who to vote for. Not Trump. Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning. Good morning. You on there?
Good
How you
morning.
doing, brother?
Hey,
What's
how you
happening?
doing?
Phoenix.
That's right. Let me tell you, 90% of the players in the old school could play in the new league, but 100% of them can't play in the 90s.
Yep.
Mm,
I agree.
not 100%.
I agree, man.
Hey,
LeBron could have played back
Right.
then.
He too soft. He's a
LeBron could have played back
And
then.
B could have played.
No, you-
Giannis
you-
could have
you-
played.
you-
He cries a lot, but
He's soft.
Adapted,
But
okay.
that's gonna make him soft.
He gonna cost so much. He got to meet them Barclays. First of all, he got to go to New York.
Beers.
The top
Yeah,
players
he
could
got
have
up.
still played.
He wouldn't have made it.
He'd have
Man,
got
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I think he would. I think he would have been in a better situation than Jordan.
got
Just
it.
how
Giannis-
big he is.
Anthony Edwards could have
Giannis
played back
would.
then.
Giannis could, because
Embiid too.
Giannis and Joe, but
Embiid, oh, yeah.
LeBron,
Hey, but
LeBron
still,
be
you
crying
know
about
the
his
name?
hairline.
But guess what? You only name probably like 10 people out of a million people that's in the NBA.
Thank you, man.
AJ Green.
Man, get out of here, man. Get out of here, man.
Get out of here.
I don't know what you say. Get out of here.
Because he walked out. He won't be able to play in the 80s type of game. I walked out because we was talking about present, not past, man. We was talking about
Don't
present.
tell me that guy could play in the 90s. Oh, yeah.
Kawhi could have played.
Kawhi
in the
could play.
90s.
Hey, this cat
Essentially, what you're saying is that the kids in AAU today couldn't have played on the playground back in the day.
Oh, yeah. I think they could.
Some of them
And
can't.
I'm saying,
Some
yeah,
of
they
them couldn't.
They could have played. You
Some of them
adjust your game, man.
game is game. That's right. You gotta adapt.
Some of them couldn't. But I'm telling you because the street ball players were more physical than the AAU.
Yeah.
They were
Well, no,
way more
that's
physical.
true.
Yeah.
That's true, but a player adapts.
See, he sound like old Pimp Donnell used to come up with the silk socks on and the high top chucks, playing that old
Diamond
school.
in the back.
Red diamond in the back, playing that old school. He can't hold you, so all he can do is beat you up.
Listen, I'm gonna show you. Example. If George Gervin could play back then, KD could play back.
Man, George was tough, though.
Absolutely, but
What did he weigh?
I'm talking
Like
about two
107
people.
pounds.
He played 100,
and
KD is
the
the
same frame.
KD
is the same frame. And the same game.
Guess what? Yeah, guess what? But KD would have been hurt a lot more.
You don't think KD would have been hurt a lot more? Thank you, man. KD would have been hurt a lot more.
Everybody get hurt.
His game would have been different.
They was clotheslining people back there, and they still
Get hurt. But you saying something that's inevitable. Everybody get hurt, so that's not a real
but
statement.
what we're saying is,
we talking about more hurt.
Oh man, come on now.
I mean, because back
You
then,
talking about career ending?
I mean, clothesline. I mean, nosebleed.
I
I
mean, just
popped
like
out.
so let's look at Cornbread.
All right.
Wilk. Yeah.
Oh, you talking about
Smooth,
silk?
right?
Yeah.
He avoid the contact. Just like Gervin. I'm avoiding the contact.
He was
Right.
he was a
Yeah.
miss.
Silky smooth. It's just like Earl the Pearl. Earl the Pearl hardly got banged up because his moves was too, you know.
But they wasn't listen. They wasn't calling those type of fouls. You can't even touch a person now.
I mean, you can't
Back then,
blow.
you
Well,
could do a
they
little
changed that
body.
now.
Well,
It's more
that's
physical.
Because it was hand checked. I mean,
Hand
you
checking.
can hand check them. You can ride them. You can actually play defense with your hand on them and ride them.
Yeah, but now you shoot.
Right, but so that was done. That was dictated by the league because they wanted more entertainment out of it, right? Or as it relates to the shot, right? More that open offense, more that open flow to get basically more
but
marketing.
guess what?
So let me ask you this question. So if you compare, let's go the 90s, 80s, 90s, could some of those players, would they struggle today? And then do you have folks today who would be very good in the 80s and 90s regardless? Because there's some folks out there I think would have a tough time playing today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the big. I'm gonna say it's the centers because they were slower back then. The centers now are much more faster.
Right. Well, because
have
Kareem was like he was a aberration. And then I give you the other guy. Remember Adams? What's his first name? Played with Phoenix all those years.
Yeah, but
Adams.
but like I said,
he was more
I'm
mobile,
gonna say most
shoot.
of them 80s and 90s can play these D's around this times, and the truth in whatever the league is now, they couldn't play in the 80s and 90s.
I think a lot of players could.
Shaq could have played back there with no problems.
Oh yeah, man,
right?
Yeah, Shaq would have dominated. Bill Laimbeer can play today.
Oh yeah,
because he can shoot
shoot.
And on top of that, he'll lead the league in defense because ain't nobody coming in on him like that because he gonna close a lot. He's gonna let you have it.
No, let's you forgot.
It depends on the rules.
Rodman.
You're not allowed to clothesline nobody no more.
Would Rodman would dominate.
Oh yeah.
Rodman would, yes.
I'm still on the page that players adapt to the
I
environment. Because if you play, you have to adapt.
All right.
Have a good one.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you say this, some days, even in the same game, one referee will call it one way and another ref will call it another way. Like even in the same game, it could be some inconsistency on what you tell your players.
And it depends on who the player is.
Yeah.
So, like AJ Green and Giannis, who you gonna get a foul to? Giannis or AJ Green?
AJ.
I'm gonna give it to AJ Green.
So question.
And AJ Green, if he want to continue to play with the Bucks, but a volunteer, that was on me, man.
You gonna take it and like it?
Oh, you better. You want to play?
You got to. If you got to drag yourself up off the pavement and keep on running,
but
that's
look,
what you do.
I'm gonna say this though, and I don't know if they cried as much in the '90s, but both in the WNBA and in the NBA, all they do is cry. Everybody cries. You hit a layup. I got fouled. No, you didn't, dude.
But
they want to be prima donna.
To be honest, you create that when every touch is a foul.
Yeah.
The league created these players crying because, hey, they touched me. That's a foul. And then when you don't call it, what you doing?
Hey, but have you ever noticed that no player in the NBA ever commits a foul?
None. I haven't seen one yet.
Like
all of them want to be a prima donna.
No, you see some. You see every once in a while. Every once in a while.
I mean, when you get caught, and you your hand in the cookie jar.
I became a WNBA fan.
Yeah.
None of those women foul
at all. Because
never.
They do.
But they fouled on every play.
Yeah.
Every shot.
When you're trying to protect your premier players, right? You're trying to protect your premier players throughout the league.
Yeah.
So you blow the whistle a little bit more frequently for them.
Right.
Ain't that cheating?
Well, it's the entertainment value. I mean, this is why they do it, right?
Let's go to the break.
We know they make sure they give
You're
them
listening
the
to the
entertainment
Daily
value.
Voice.
Because we're paying $200 for a
We're
ticket.
gonna grab you back. We're gonna grab you when we get back. Grab you back. Sound like Donald Trump. We'll be right back.
Hi there, this is Pastor Richard D. Shaw of the St. Matthew CME Church, encouraging you to vote in this upcoming election. Your vote is your power. Every ballot counts and matters. Your vote shapes the future and can impact generations to come. Don't wait, get engaged, and get to the polls. Voting is not just your right, it's your opportunity to impact your community and inspire others. So rally your friends and family and let's create the change we want to see. Vote early or vote the day of. Just vote and be heard.
My name is Anton Moore. Around here, we have hardworking people that just need a break. Whether it's investing in small businesses or making housing affordable, Vice President Harris gets it.
Kamala Harris is making sure Black men have the tools to build generational wealth. She'll put a policy in place that gives 1 million forgivable loans to help entrepreneurs, including Black entrepreneurs, start their own businesses. She also plans to give $25,000 in down payment assistance for first-time homeowners and crack down on racial bias in home appraisals. Harris's plan will help Black men own more assets so we can build long-term wealth.
This is what an investment in my community looks like. We're trying to build generational wealth. No get-rich-quick schemes, no scams, no one-time check, none of that. Vice President Harris got our back. I'll be there on November 5th. Will you be there?
I'm Kamala Harris, candidate for president, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Harris for President.
This is Minister Greg Lewis from Souls to the Polls, and I want to make sure you know everything about this incredibly important election coming up on November 5th. Sitting out is not an option. We urge you to look at the candidates and make a plan to vote. Investment in affordable housing, education, healthcare, and job training are all on the line. Vote early from October 22nd to November 3rd or on Election Day, November 5th. For information about voting, go to soulstothepolls.wi.org. Check out our new early voting center on 60th and Capitol. We give free rides to the polls. Call our hotline at 414-742-1060. Now remember, there's a constitutional amendment on the ballot, and we're urging you to vote no. Make your voice heard. Get to the polls, and don't forget, if you need a ride, call us at 414-742-1060. Go to soulstothepolls.wi.org for everything voting. When we show up, we win.
Hardworking family businesses, ambitious entrepreneurs, relationship builders, and job creators. Businesses like yours are the heart of Wisconsin, and Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation lives to help you realize your vision. Join us for Marketplace Wisconsin, the Governor's Conference on Diverse Business Development. It will be held on December 11th and 12th at the Baird Center in Milwaukee and virtually on the 10th. Presented by WEDC, Marketplace Wisconsin is a chance for minority, women, LGBTQ+, veteran-owned and small businesses to network, explore government contracting, and grow. You keep our state moving with construction, janitorial services, logistics and transportation, technology, medical services, and more. And Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation wants to help propel your success. Let's look forward together. Register for Marketplace Wisconsin today at marketplacewisconsin.com. Wisconsin, are you ready to stay informed on Election Day? Welcome to Election Central, your go-to hub for up-to-the-minute election information, right here in Milwaukee and across the nation. Join us from noon until polls close as we bring you insightful discussions with national guests, local officials, and community leaders. Hear firsthand from your neighbors as they share their voting experiences and concerns. It's not just about the ballots, it's about you. Engage with us, ask questions, and let your voice be heard. Get ready for an info-filled day packed with lively debates, expert analysis, and of course, the latest election information. Don't miss out on the excitement. Tune in to Election Central, where democracy comes alive. Election Central, your essential destination for everything election related. Sponsored by Souls to the Polls, Vice President Kamala Harris's presidential campaign, and the Republican Party of Wisconsin.
860 AM, 106.5 FM. WNOV, The Voice.
Hi, welcome back to Family Voice Caller. Welcome to the program. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning, Mr. Keith Parris.
JT.
And before you continue, sir, hey, Keith.
Sir.
Hey, Mr. Keith Parris with the F.
No.
Hey, Keith. Yeah, don't even go there. Hey, Keith with the F. Parris. I just want to say thank you, sir.
Uh-oh.
But anyway, gentlemen in the studio, I just want to thank everybody for being there. And before I go out and say everybody's name in the studio, y'all know who I am. I know who you are. I just want to say thanks so very much for being there and watching out. So, gentlemen, let's make it short, okay? Okay. By the way, however, the reason why I called Keith, if it's okay, DJ.
He had to step out. He had to leave early.
Oh, did he? Because DJ had earlier said something about Mr. Ray Allen with the jerseys and stuff. Well, yeah, I was going to say to DJ, don't get too mad because November 19th, 1999, when I was assistant manager for Radio Shack on the East Side, down from, what was that channel? Was it Channel 4, Channel 12 or sometime in the studio? But anyway, on the East Side, on East Capitol, there was a Radio Shack. And Ray Allen walked in with his wife. I was working there as assistant manager. Remember, there used to be a Radio Shack back in the days? Ray Allen walked in, and I gave him my business card, and I told him, "Hey, man, you played pretty good for the Milwaukee Bucks." And he just messed with me. We just laughed and stuff and kicked it off. But he ended up signing. Did
you give him a discount?
Of course I did. Because I could, being the assistant manager. But you know what? Ray Allen, he signed the back of my business card. And then he wrote down number 34.
You got the brother hookup, huh?
Yep. So that's what I wanted to share with DJ, because since he had those 3 jerseys and stuff going on, I wanted to share that with DJ, let him know. Yeah, I did actually meet the Milwaukee Bucks player at that time. Like I said, that was November 19th, 1999. Okay, when he walked into the Radio Shack, and he signed that and wrote down number 34. So if y'all see DJ again, let him know I said that. Okay, all right. I appreciate that. But anyway, Keith, one more thing, sir.
Real quickly.
Yes, sir. Real quickly. We was talking about people paying attention to the polls and stuff like that. Well, from only thing I'm asking, because I'm just going to ask, when did somebody ask you, your family, your friends, your neighbors, or people that you know, that have you ever been contacted to ask your opinion about what you think about who you want to vote for? That's why I don't like the polls, because to me, polls is just a controversial thing. But I know you have to go by something, but come on now. Have anybody in your family, anybody in your family that you know, or anybody been contacted to ask you your opinion about who you want to vote for president?
I have.
Can you answer me that? Of course you did. But I haven't, but no, not to be disrespectful, but I haven't. But gentlemen, have you or anybody else been contacted to ask you? That's why I don't like the polls, because it's controversial. Right. But anyway, Keith, thank you for stuck my call. You have a good day, sir.
All right. Caller, welcome to the program. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Yes. I actually was trying to respond to the concern that he had mentioned. Hopefully he's listening on the radio, or someone can communicate that the powers of the presidency have been greatly expanded beginning with 9/11. And currently, there are situations that can exist that would give the president the opportunity to take control in a manner that's not actually spelled out in the Constitution. So I heard him and several other young men say that recently, that people just saying those things for scare tactics. But it's actually true. When the Patriot Act was put into in 2001, and that was the beginning of it, at least from my perspective. And it's been expanded. When President Obama when the extension Act came up before him, he said that he didn't agree with it Then at the time, it was attached to the defense authorization, and the Congress was not going to pass the defense authorization without attaching the Patriot Act. And under President George II Bush, then after they put into effect what we call the emergency powers. So currently there's war, there's also emergencies, including biological pandemic emergencies, etc. So those things are on the book, and a good organization website did a lot of research on that in case somebody wants to look at this one, which is called Brennan, BRENNAN, Brennan Center. I think it's .org. But anyway, it's the Brennan Center. And just look up emergency powers or presidential powers, etc. Just do a search. But it does exist. So it's not to scare people or anything, but a person whose personality or morals or desire for power would not.
That's interesting.
If they chose to use it, then they could find it, or people working along with them during certain situations where they would actually be able to use it according to. No, it's not in the Constitution. Yeah, these have been a series of congressional acts, but mostly presidential. What they call it.
Okay. Well, let me do this. Really, we appreciate that. We have a call.
Interview.
Yeah, we have an interview coming up, man. So I appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay.
Lost him again.
I do think it's interesting, though, her point about the emergency powers.
Yeah, well, the president has always had
Right,
emergency powers.
but now when you couple it with the fact that the Supreme Court has said they got basically unlimited immunity, right? Those, it almost does away with the need to say I'm using my emergency powers, because there's nothing now that seems to be off limits for that office.
And I was using the military, which is against the Posse Comitatus Act, which is part of the Constitution. We have on the line with us Mr. Key Jennings. Good morning.
What's up? How are you?
You got through finally, man. No, we were having this animated.
For sure.
Yeah, we have this animated discussion about AJ Green, and we just lost our control. You're calling us to talk about an event when you.
My bad.
All right, so you want to talk to us, man, about what's going on this evening in Milwaukee?
Yeah, so we got a great lineup. Cardi B, first and foremost, he'll be speaking, not performing, unfortunately, but he will be in the house. We got Flo Millie, Glorilla is performing. MC Light, obviously BP Harris will be in attendance. That'll be tonight. Stay fair. If you want to go to mobilize.us, you can find it. We just want to pack the house, make sure the whole world sees Milwaukee is behind BP Harris in the final days.
Are the Isley Brothers performing tonight?
Yeah, the Isley Brothers. Sorry, I forgot about them.
Come on, man. This is our demo. It's a demographic, man. You got to mention the Isley Brothers.
Ernie?
I was. It's so funny. I got into it with some older citizens yesterday. They were like, they didn't know Glorilla. I was like, I kind of know the Isley Brothers, but yeah, they was mad at me. I was mad at them. So.
And Lord, thank God, Cardi B's not doing a big hit, because they really be, the whole folks be out there. What's she singing about? Yeah, that's what she's talking about.
Have a diverse crowd.
Yeah, so thank you, man. So for old school OGs, triple OGs, Isley Brothers are performing tonight.
Oh man. But yeah, like I said, mobilize.us. If you can't find it, you can type in Glorilla into the search bar. We want everybody that can possibly come to come.
Why do you think this is so important, though? I mean, obviously you're bringing in entertainers that, you know, people can know and identify, but why is that so important when you look at this campaign?
You know, I think it comes down to like meeting people where they at. People use that term a lot, but in reality, if politics ain't like a daily thing for you, you're not like tapped into. Like every day, I'm listening to some podcast or just kind of tapped into what's going on nationally, locally, policy-wise. But if you just trying to make it, you go to, you know, taking care of your family. These kind of things can excite you. Surrogates actually are a major part of the political process, believe it or not. And it's one of those ways that we make sure to include and everyone and meet them where they're at. That's to pit it plain. I don't know. That's kind of the point of surrogates for the people who ain't really tapped in.
Yeah, I read an article where I saw a report where the rally that they had at Madison Square Garden, they had offered 50 Cent $3 million to perform, and he turned it down.
Yeah. They would have right to his mini man.
Oh man, he would have not only turned it down, he would have yeah. So this is good, man. That we're doing this. Obviously, if people don't know it by now, Wisconsin is pivotal. And if you want to say this compared to New York or California, the votes here, and I hate to say it this way, they really matter. And so folks need to get out because your vote will make a difference in this presidential election.
Yeah, not to mention that.
Yes, sir. All right, anything else you want people to know? Again, they can go. Is there any kind of walk-up or you really strongly suggest that people go through and register?
I suggest highly to register. Just a tidbit. We were in Madison the other night, and we had to turn away thousands, unfortunately. And the registration really helps, and getting there as soon as you can, getting in front of the line. That goes a long way because it's a possibility that it reaches capacity. I've seen it a few times, and then we just can't let anybody else in.
Right. I was at the first rally they did in West Dallas when she had assumed the top of the ticket, and they were turning people away for that. And what we found, it was like 24 hours. So
exactly. So
no, go on, man.
Don't let people tell you that she ain't got energy on the ground, because that's not true.
Appreciate it. What time does it start?
I believe 4. I know I think doors open at 4. I think it started at like 6.
Okay.
Okay. I would suggest,
But that would all be part of when you go in and do your RSVP or do your registration.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, they usually use like evening, and they'll send you the details once you sign up. So.
Well, appreciate it, man. Again, Wisconsin is front and center in the country in terms of this election cycle. And certainly the work that the Harris Walls people are doing here on the ground. Certainly this is not 2016. This is not even 2020. So, no, really, because 2016, the candidate didn't even come to the state. I had an opportunity.
You felt that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we felt it big time. And then had an opportunity to speak with the vice president twice before she was, put at the top of the ticket. And I was kidding her. I was saying that there's some great land because you're spending so much time in the state up in Door County. So she laughed, but she had no clue that she'd be spending as much time as she spent here, which is a good thing. It shows that people matter.
Exactly.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you for man. I appreciate you.
All right. Again, there are events this evening at State Fair Park. You can go. I guess could you go to Wisconsin Den or the Harris Walls?
Harris Walls.
Yeah, website and or he said you could put in Glorilla.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, put in Glorilla and it'll take you to the site where you can register. They certainly want you to register. Be prepared for a delay. When the vice president comes in, the Secret Service, man, I mean, you're going through some things. So don't be surprised if
you would imagine the whole expressway system will probably be shut down.
Yeah.
Trump coming through as well.
Yeah, he's downtown. She's
yeah,
they're at the end of
yeah.
And the interesting thing
Both
is, I bet you if
directions.
I drive downtown right now, there's probably people already
set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's boy, you live and living long enough that you can see different things. You know, when we're asking the question, is it worse now? We always have to take into account scale. You know, and again, media, and where certainly when we had 4 channels, you know, and now you have cable, you know, you have all the streaming services, not to mention the other social media platforms like X, Instagram, right? Where we're getting out. And so the information is there. It's in your face. Some people, I think that they're dealing with a certain level of fatigue. I know, you know, if we come in here every day, we're listening to ads, and but hey, that's butter in our bread. So,
you know, in the past too, when you consider that there was almost a mandated segregation or separation of people, and today it's more of a willful,
and
desired separation.
Yeah, you were asking a question about that whole collective and whether we are collective people. I think unfortunately it seems to be at times in the pejorative. You know, that you know, because Puerto Rican folks are upset about the 2 jokes that this dude told. What about the joke he told about the black dude?
Yeah.
You know, where okay, but we were so offended by what he said about the Puerto Ricans, we never got to oh, what's that on your head? We were having a Halloween trick-or-treat party. We were carving watermelons.
You know, and I think too, the thought that came to me with that question was based on, I heard Roland Martin yesterday here, and then afterwards he had a YouTube interview and program running, and it just, you know, crossed my mind, you know, the common goal that groups of people have, right? So when you come here as an immigrant, you see these people, their collective work to get across the Rio Grande, and you know, and basically coming here from those South American countries to find a better life, and they're doing it on a collective. And that piece right there is, I think, you know, the same energy that it took for our ancestors back in the day, and we go back to the 60s and the Montgomery bus boycott, which is one of the things they mentioned, you know, or even the things that were done on a collective effort since our, you know, sojourn here began.
Yeah, Montgomery was really, you don't see that. Where you see 100%.
Yeah, and that's the point. It's like, do we still recognize that we still have a common goal? Right. And particularly in this campaign season.
And even the folks who weren't down with it, you know, they didn't get on the bus.
Yeah.
So it makes a difference.
But, you know, they're capitalizing on that too, to a degree.
We have on the line with us Miss Yvette Nicole Brown. Good morning.
Good morning, brother. How are you?
I'm good, my sister. A proud Akron Zip.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You've done your research?
Oh, no. I just, you know, and this is so crazy. Excuse the nerd part of me. I used to be a college recruiter. So part of it is you have to keep up with your competition, right? And then one of the things I started doing was, what is the college nicknames, right? And so that's how I knew that Akron was the Zips.
The zippers, short for zippers.
The zippers, yes. That you're a native of Ohio?
Yes, I'm from East Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh man. Oh God, Cleveland. You gotta love Cleveland. No, I do. You gotta love Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Cleveland Clinic.
Absolutely. Call it out.
Oh yeah, man. Cleveland. LeBron used to be there.
You always once they're always there. It's in the heart.
So you're an actress, but you're also a person who is involved in our political sphere. So talk a little bit about your involvement, why you got involved, and where we are right now with the election 3 days away.
Well, yeah, listen, I got involved because I'm a citizen first, and it's important for us to care about our democracy. And the state we're in right now, Harris Walls is the only way we can go. If you have any dollop of melanin in your skin, you need to vote for Harris Walls. I'm a caregiver. I've been a caregiver for my dad for about 10 or 11 years. And the thing that I love most about Madam VP is that she has a policy called Medicare at Home. So the goal is to bring the Medicare where we have to send our people out to a home. We can take care of our people at home. That's my why. If that happens, it's a game changer for every caregiver and every caregivee. And also I want to say, there was a movie that came out years ago called Armageddon, and it was talking about a comet careening towards Earth. I think of Trump as that orange comet careening towards Earth. And if we don't fight with everything we have, with the early vote and voting on November 5th, we're in trouble. It's that simple.
Do you think, though, that some people might be thinking that this is one of these chicken little moments where the sky is falling? I asked Michael Eric Dyson, is this the most existential election of our lifetime? He was emphatic in his yes. What do you think?
I'm emphatic in my yes. I think you have to think back maybe 4 years to see what happens under Donald Trump. The COVID crisis was made way worse because of his mismanagement. I don't want him to have a right over what I do with my body. I don't want him to give immunity to police officers. I don't want him to reinstate stop and frisk. I don't want Project 2025 to come to fruition. All of these things can happen if we don't vote for Harris Walls. So it is a big threat, and it is a comet careening towards our democracy.
As a woman, does this election take on a different, I would say, kind of like a different character for you? Because it seems that we are talking about issues that are impacting women.
Absolutely. I mean, I know of at least 2 or 3 women that have already died nationally because of this abortion issue. People need to realize that abortion is healthcare. It's just healthcare. A woman has a problem with her reproductive body. She can go to her doctor and talk to them. That's who should be making the decision, just the woman and her doctor. And right now we have the government saying that women can't get care. How can we live in a world like this?
You are from the great state of Ohio, and I think that's your junior senator is on the ticket. You know, I have such conflicting feelings about J.D. Vance. I think Hillbilly Elegy is like one of the greatest books I've ever read my whole life. I mean, it is an incredible book. But this dude, and you know, you're looking at Donald Trump being an older man, there's a very real possibility that he could be incapacitated and J.D. Vance could become president.
I think the bigger issue is the 25th Amendment. I think the reason they've allowed Donald Trump to be publicly this horrible for so long is they're going to use that as a reason to install J.D. Vance as soon as Trump gets in if we don't vote for Harris Walls. And you need to realize immunity has been given to the president. It wasn't given to Donald Trump. It was given to the president. So this Heritage Foundation plan, I believe, is for J.D. Vance. So don't miss what is coming. It's not even about Trump at this point. But we can fix this. If everybody shows up, listen, I'm going to say this for Wisconsin. If you go to wisdems.org/vote, WISDEMS.org/vote, you can find out how you can vote. And you guys have early voting, I think, until Sunday.
That's correct.
You need your ID. And you can also register at the polls. So if you go, if you want to register to vote, you have to go to your polling organization, and you can register even on Election Day. But if you go to wisdems.org/vote, you can find out everything you need to know to be able to vote. And I want to tell you guys about one more thing. There's a great concert coming to Milwaukee. Madam VP is coming along with Cardi B and Keegan Michael Key. And if you go to wisdems.org/vote, you can find out about that too. I want to get that in before we keep talking about the horror to come if we don't vote Harrison.
Oh, no, we had Keith Jennings on. The Isley Brothers, Glorilla, they got quite a lineup. But you said something, and I just sat there to have one of these moments where I go, my sister, I had never thought about the invisible hands of the Heritage Foundation. I had never looked at it from, and I'd be doing conspiracies with a Q. I had never looked. Thank you, my sister, because that is something now I'm going to pay attention to.
Think about it, too, because he's a younger version.
Yes.
And he's actually smarter than Trump, which is a problem.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. And this man I'm talking about Vance, has already changed who he is, his name, his look 1,000 times. He will become whatever they need him to become because power is his goal. He sold out his own wife. Yeah. So his wife's an immigrant.
Yeah.
So what, or descendant of immigrants. So what are we going to do if this man is in charge and installed for life? He's in his 40s. We could have 30 years or 40 years of this man destroying this country. Y'all better pay attention.
Yeah.
Curious. I'm just curious. This is Craig Stingley, just a guest.
Hi, Craig.
Here. But I'm curious, how do you frame your response to the responsibility that we have as a people, but then Black men in particular, to our ancestors to vote?
First of all, I don't believe there is many Black men going the other way as is being pushed out. That's a way to suppress the vote and to divide us as a people. I don't believe that. But I found, I was in New York recently at a thrift store and I saw a jar of buttons and it was in the sewing section, but it made me think about the jars of jelly beans and marbles our ancestors used to have to count to be able to vote. It made me think of the poll tax our people had to pay. It made me think of the miles our people had to walk. It made me think of Representative John Lewis and the beating he took for voting rights. We don't have to pay. We don't have to count. We don't have to walk miles to be able to do this right. How dare we not show up for the people that fought? And let me tell you this. If you ever had a brother or sister who had a piece of cake and you wanted some, and they go, oh, you wouldn't like this. This don't taste good. You got to ask yourself why they're telling only Black people voting isn't good. Why are they only telling us not to show up? It must be something delicious if they don't want us to have it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Appreciate that.
No, but that's real talk. The other reason why we had this whole myth about all these Black men going to Trump, that's how you got on television. I was telling somebody we would have never heard of Diamond and Silk if they were Democrats. We would never saw them. But you know, the uniqueness of that, and then you give the impression, and it was something Kathy Hughes said, I heard her say many years ago. She said, be careful of the weapons of mass distractions. That we be over here looking over here, and like you pointing out the whole piece in the agenda of the Heritage Foundation, which has always been there, the Federalist Foundation, Federalist Society, it's always been there. But man, that is crazy. That is crazy.
Absolutely. J.D. Vance has been bankrolled for a reason.
Yeah.
And I always, those folks, I used to work in public assistance, and it seemed that sometimes the most hostile people to public assistance were people who themselves benefited from public assistance. And reading that book and where his family came from, it feels like he's turning his back on the very people. Because look, those poor whites in West Virginia are being exploited, like the poor whites in Ohio are being exploited. And we don't look at it that way. They say, at least you're not a N-word. And so you feel better, but you're still hungry, right?
That's right.
You're still suffering from issues of healthcare disparities and all these different things. So,
but you know what? Don't be mystified by hillbilly elegy. Vance will be whoever he needs to be to get ahead.
Yeah.
So he wore that, and then he shook that image off and picked up another. So realize this.
Miss Yvette Nicole Brown, thank you. This has been a power-packed 10 minutes that you spent with us here in support of the Harris Walls campaign. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Wow. That's a deep sister, man.
Yeah.
That's a deep sister. Because I hadn't even, that Heritage speech, I hadn't even think, even though it was there in full sight.
I just brought to mind something, and the first time I heard it actually is Keon had mentioned it. It's this quote about how the grandfather walked 10 miles to work every day. My father walked 5 miles. I'm driving a Cadillac. My son's driving a Mercedes. My grandson is driving a Ferrari. But my great grandson will be walking again. Why is that? Tough times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. Weak men create tough times.
Appreciate it. Craig, thank you. Let me thank DJ. Jermaine, thank you. Debo, thank you. Let me thank Mr. Key Jennings. Let me thank Miss Yvette Nicole Brown and all the callers. Good Lord willing, Creek don't rise, and you can vote early in person up till Sunday, November the 1st. So, November 1st, that'd be November the 3rd, right? Yeah. All right, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a big break. We're gonna break for the weekend. As always, go for this place in peace.